Hi everyone, it's Renee with Not Sorry for This Story, an unapologetic take on current affairs, specifically in Canada. And so we are on the other side of the election, and I hope you turn into durhamregion.com or through my Facebook or Twitter posts to hear the latest on post-election, life after the election in Canada, and what is needed for us as a people to be able to move forward. So stay tuned for that in the days ahead. But right now I'm here to bring you the latest Not Sorry for the Story, and that has to do with the youth. Youth are suing the Canadian government for their inaction on climate change. Now, this story did cause me to stop in my tracks, but it shouldn't be a surprise to me, especially with recent events. But I want to just give you a little background on that. So there are 15 to date, 15 that are suing, 15 youths that are suing the Canadian government, ranging in age from 10 to I believe around 19 or so. And again, they are suing for the government's inaction. And they're citing the Canadian Constitution, saying that the Canadian Constitution and the Charter is supposed to guarantee them life, liberty, and security. And with climate inaction, that is threatening their life, liberty, and security. And also citing equality, because with climate inaction, there is disproportionately a threat to youth. And so I found this so interesting. The one great thing, can I say, that I found about this piece of news is that they're not suing for money. Anyhow, that had been the case, I would have said, now just stop. Let the whole world stop, because I don't even know or understand what is happening. But no, they're not suing for money. They just want the recognition and for the government to act, so that they would have to be forced to put a plan into action. Now, what they're saying is that the climate inaction is causing their health to be at risk. Let me just say that one of the reasons that I'm not sorry for this story is because it needs to be said. I do believe that we are in a generation now that just sues for anything. Because really, though it sounds noble, though it sounds worthy, on this basis, couldn't we all be suing the government for something? We could be suing the government that we're in debt, that how many Canadians or Ontarians owe when they break it down towards the national or the provincial debt. We could be suing about these things. We could be suing about so much, but we're not. We're not. And I know that the young people out there who have this in their heart to really take on this cause don't want to hear this, but I do want you to know that the powers that be, even if it's only a small degree, are using you. Because there is a messaging that wanted to be pushed when we suddenly heard a lot about bullying, and now we're suddenly hearing a lot about climate striking, climate inaction. One article I looked at talked about climate justice. What do you mean climate justice? Let me tell you, even if the whole earth, all of the governments did what whoever scientists think they're supposed to do, there would still be something that would not be quite right or off, because humans are still involved. We are still on this planet, and we're still reaping the effects of some of what we have done. This will not just be reversed by putting plans into place. I know that is what's being pushed, but that is a lie. And it's one that many youth have bought into right now. It's almost as though climate has become their God, their cause for this generation. But I trust that there's a cause that really can be backed, because it has not only merit, because climate does have merit. I'm not a climate denier saying, no, none of those things are happening. But I'm saying, just look again at this and how you're choosing to go about it. Your health is at risk because of climate. I'm sure there are plenty other things that are much closer to home that are affecting health more than what the government is and isn't doing. Let's get ourselves together. Parents, guardians, neighbors, the village. I don't know why these young people have suddenly found this stage to speak. And my dear Greta, who is traveling the world and has been striking, I understand, since last year. Don't know what's happening for school for her. Possibly it's still going on. But when she talks about how dare you steal her dream, her future, I'm like, who's she talking to? Who's she talking to? Because I know that message sounds good for young people, like you've stolen it from us. Of course, someone my age or older could not say that, because really what the messaging is not quite there, because really they'll say, what life do we quite have left? But for the young, for the young, ooh, we're stealing their future. Oh, the messaging that's happening in these days. Do not be deceived, whether young or old. Be discerning. Also be good stewards of our relationships, of our land, even through our choices. But this is a choice too that these youths have made. And it is a shame that it's gone in this direction. I trust that we can come back to our senses one moment and one mind at a time. Till next time, have a good day.